All right, vlog number 2. This is the second one of these, and after having completed now Meta Connect and the whole shebang, a lot to talk about. I'm gonna have to catch you up on the rest of the trip. I mean, we did Sharks ice hockey game. We did obviously the excursion, which you saw in the last one of these, out to Yosemite. It was great seeing El Capitan, which was captured in 4K by Meta before. Go watch The Soloist, about a free climber. It's incredible, breathtaking. And then actually, MetaConnect actually had a very, very sharp Horizon feature. So if you're in the right territories where you can access Horizon, I do recommend. I hate Horizon, or I have up until this point. Just really haven't really appreciated it, aside from go talk to some other adults. It's good for that. It's a good platform for that. But honestly, it's very good. Happen to know the cinematographer behind Horizon, and it this year is immaculately sharp, and it's shot in stereoscopic 3D, which is quite impressive. And so I recommend, given now it's on replay, search for MetaConnect. You'll find it. It'll look like an event, and go join it. And there are people still going in, watching the replay as it cycles. And so that's quite important. I would recommend doing that. Separate to that, I've gotten hands-on time with Quest 3 at this point. Banked a fair amount of time, and there are some things I can talk about, and there's some things I can't. So first off, the menu, the resolution of the headset is a dramatic jump forward. Same thing with FOV. It's a noticeably wider, I would say. In terms of the features and the kind of functionality of the device, you can switch it into 3DOF should you find the need. The fact of how it works, kind of the automatic mapping, the anchoring system, all those things, all things worth kind of going for the upgrade. My initial impression of the device was very simple. It was that once you get in, text is so legible. Text is so legible. So one thing I wanted to test out was, could I tweet? Could I read a tweet comfortably with no strain, no struggle? And the answer is yes, you can. Absolutely. Easy to read email, easy to read tweets. There is distortion around your phone screen. So your phone looks like it's kind of coming alive a little bit. It's like bending, warping. Almost like if you were holding a piece of paper and it was just going limp. That's what your phone does when you're using it through the AR pass-through. The full color pass-through is a bit of a grainy look and feel to it, but it's really good. And actually, my second or third time kind of back in it, I was like, oh, right, you know what? It's totally fine. And actually, like, if I was going to sit in front of a television screen and I wanted to kind of augment the experience, have a couple of additional web browsers open, watch YouTube, scroll a news site, whatever, it's cool because it's kind of like Apple Vision Pro today. So I really do expect this thing to kind of sell out around Christmas. It's quite expensive. $500 is not small for the lower SKU. I still think that that's probably going to be the right choice for most people. The head strap itself, I found personally to be comfortable enough to the point that even after multi-hour playtime, it's actually comfortable enough not to pick up the $70 Elite strap. I think that's a ridiculous price for a head strap. I do think Bobo is coming out with one, and so if you are looking, I'd recommend maybe looking that way instead of what Meta's got, particularly if you also have their existing battery system, so multiple batteries to be able to hot swap in and out. It's pretty cool. Worth investing in that kind of a system if you like the kind of head strap that they're selling, right, which is very much a forehead pressure head strap. So with that, I just thought I'd kind of cover off these thoughts. This video isn't 4K like the last one. I will continue that, but the space on my phone is starting to go down. I don't want to delete stuff, so that's just the way it is. But I think that covers the basics that you need to know for now. I would pull the trigger if you're on the edge, because it is a replacement for the Quest 2. My initial thoughts of it about the anchoring system are that's pretty bloody cool. Again, won't say too much about that at the minute. And then in terms of the headset, in terms of how it performs with older content, we'll have to see how that works. But yeah, I mean, it's a faster chipset and things like that, so looks cool. I'm going to retract my previous statement. I don't think it looks stupid anymore. It's actually quite sleek. I like the positioning of the buttons on the physical device as well. Just kind of all around the headset. It's really robust feeling. The only part that I thought was a little bit funky is the eyeglasses spacer. Means that the facial interface feels a little bit on the shaky side, and it doesn't bother me. Doesn't bother me. I think it's smart to have it that way rather than having to have lens inserts so you're not scratching the glass or whatever. I'm here sitting, baking in the sun, still in California, flying back today, but I thought I'd at least get a video up before I jet off, so my friends in the East and in Europe, for example, can pick up this video in the morning and be like, all right, that's vlog 2 done. Well, I'll keep you posted on my thoughts about this stuff, again, revealing more as I can. I want to recount in the next one, and maybe the one after that, a little bit about how this has been going. But just a heads up, things on my side are going to be a little bit slower, just over the next kind of 3 or 4 days at least. Unfortunately, I have a funeral to attend, so right after I get home, I'm going to be booking it actually down to the States for that. So that's a bit of unfortunate news, but it'll slow me down a little bit. I've also got, thanks to Meta, a Quest Pro sitting at home so that I get a chance to compare the 2 devices for an upcoming Quest 3 review. So that's coming. Keep an eye if you are interested in a critical opinion, and I hope to be fair to it. I would like to make the point though that since I've been hanging in the U.S., my positioning on a few topics have changed, and I think this device also changes my thoughts about another couple of devices. I still think Apple Vision Pro is too expensive, probably too heavy, not something I'm really interested in. The price point is extortionate, but even if someone tomorrow came up and was like, I'm going to hand you this device, and let's say you had to pay $50 a month, like maintenance or something, I'd still be like, is that really worth it? Would I have any need? I'm not an Apple guy, so that's probably part of that answer. I really want to try one when I get an opportunity. Haven't had that opportunity yet. But in terms of Quest 3, to me, it's a no-brainer. I really doubt my opinion on this headset is going to change when it comes time to kind of like a full review. But the initial thoughts are, it's well worth a purchase. From what I can tell, it seems to have iterated on Quest 2 substantively for each of the things that used to bug me. I still don't think it's quite, some people are going to hate me for this, but I still don't think it's quite as comfortable as a PSVR 2 necessarily. But again, I have to wait until I get my hands on one next to it, side by side, and see how that feels. Love my No Man's Sky, love my PSVR 2 and stuff like that. I will also be slowing down on those in the upcoming month. Plan is to cover a lot of Quest 3, Quest Pro, and I've got a spatial ops, like a reunion with my daughter planned. So look forward to that if you're looking for that. So I probably will be in Quest 3, put her in the Quest Pro, or vice versa. Might be interesting to see the Quest 3 on my kid's head running around and see her impressions of that. So actually, now that I'm thinking on the fly, I think that's what we'll do once we get to that point. So peace out from California, and see you on the flip side. ZIM out.